Okay, so we're going to start with formulate, which is message, audience, and sketches, and I focused on message. And my good example is this one from Volkswagen, and it's for their new convertible Beetle bug. And I just thought this was a really creative way of showing that it's like a topless convertible car. And it got the message across pretty directly. A bad example is this one from strongermarriage.org. And at first, I honestly didn't even really know what they were trying to communicate to me. But once you actually like read it, it actually is a pretty clever advertisement. It just takes way too long to really understand what it means. And then next we have organize, which is shape, proximity, and alignment. And I focused on alignment. And my good example is this one from Laura Mercier. Everything is on a left alignment and it just looks super neat and you can see everything clearly and nothing's really confusing. And my bad example is this one from Duracell. As you can see, there's every alignment used in this advertisement and it just looks super messy. You don't really know where to look first and it's just very confusing. Then next we have contrast, which is asymmetry, value, and color, and I focused on asymmetry. And my good example is this advertisement for an Austin 850 car. As you can see, there's a asymmetric line here, and I just think it looks pretty cool, and even though it's not a symmetric line, it still looks neat. And my bad example of an asymmetric advertisement is this one from WordsPlay, because obviously you can see everything is super symmetric. Everything's the same on both sides, and although it does look neat, I think it's nice to kind of play around and do something a little different with asymmetry. Next, there's unify, which is repetition, rhythm, and gestalt, and I focused on gestalt. And my good example is this one from Diet Pepsi for their new skinny can, and I just think the overall look of this advertisement is very nice and neat, and I also liked how they used this typography going up and down to emphasize the skinny can. And the bad example is this one, and at first I didn't even know what the advertisement was for because there's just way too many things going on. It is for the Pall Mall cigarettes, though, and I just don't really understand why there's even a Santa Claus here. There's just way too many words, way too many pictures. You don't really know where to look at first, and that's just not good for an advertisement. And lastly, we have simplify, which is evaluation, elimination, and communication, and I focused on communication. Good example is this one from M&M's for their new personalized M&M's that you can put messages on, and I think that using a keyboard with the M&M's is a very creative way of communicating that message. And the bad example is this one from the National Museum of Women in the Arts, because you can't even read the letters and there's just this random bird in the middle and the words down here kind of small, and you just don't really understand what they're trying to communicate to you at all. So that's it for that. Thank you for watching.